Hey everybody, BrickLover18 here today, again with another LEGO City update. It's pretty exciting because it wasn't that long ago that I did another city update, but now pretty much the whole city is back and set up again after Philly Brickfest. I know it's August 1st when I'm filming this video. Philly Brickfest happened like 4 months ago, but it's been a crazy 4 months and I finally have got, you know what, nothing's under control, but I finally had a little more time to get the city rolling again, and I'm going to show you sort of what I've done and some of the different changes I've made. Over here at the park, literally nothing has happened. It is a disaster. You know, the hot dog carts rolled over, the trees aren't even set up. I'm going to get to that eventually, but it's just not on the horizon right now. Next to that, the police station. It looks pretty cool there. I love its location. I love that police station, and even though I built it a year ago, I'm still pretty proud of it. And then I love the way the police cars look up front. That hasn't changed. Of course, as you can see, there's a little wire going from the police station to the hospital back there, and that's because the police station is lit up and it's powered by the power all back there. Next to that, we have the FAO Shorts toy store. Again, that hasn't changed. It's been here for 2 years now, so it's probably due for a change. Next to that, we have the yellow building. Above that, we have the Avengers Tower, which has been converted to be like an office building that sits on top of these buildings. And then next to that, we have the Bank Tower, which again is just quite a bit taller than some of the other buildings. Here we have the Palace Cinema, which has been reconverted to the Palace Cinema from the other Canadian movie theater brand that I had it before. And then Tile Square, it's in rough condition because a lot of the different ads let go, some were removed and won't be going back up. And then a couple other ones just have let go from the tape, and I'm going to have to find a more secure way to hang those up. But Tile Square looks pretty neat still there. Here at the Plaza, I still have the pet shop, the pet store part of the pet shop, as well as the bank. And all the tile work has been completed now, and I've added a couple bit more trees. And then we have the black, I used to call it a skyscraper, but I realized it's not. It's just like an office tower. It's only got 4 stories. And then we've got the fountains and the trees, and it's actually a Tim Hortons now, which that has a whole new meaning because I actually work at Tim Hortons now, so that's pretty exciting. I mean, I've had the Tim Hortons in my LEGO City for years now, but now that I actually work at one's kind of cool, so I plan on, with my knowledge from Tim Hortons, I plan on doing a little work to that, and I think I can make that a really cool restaurant. And then next to that, we have a couple other little stores, as well as the fire station. From Tile Square, as you can see, not much is new, but I did get all the billboards back up from Philly. They were all taken down and have been in boxes for months. And then here I have the Grand Emporium. And the whole city's lit up, and at the end of this video, I'm going to turn the lights off and show you that. Next to that, we have the detective's office, as well as the Federal Building. Which is the tallest building in my LEGO City. Something new I added to that, as you all know, I really like the presidents. You saw my Secret Service video. Although President Trump is not even in the city, like I swear, he stays up here with all my other minifigures. I don't ever really use that figure, it's just for display. But I pretend in the city that there is like a prime minister or president or something like that, and their office is located in this big office building, like that's the Federal Building. So as you can see, a bunch of different Secret Service, SWAT team members and stuff like that are all stationed out front here. I did move the fountain back a little more so it looked a little bit more centered. And the reason I did that is because originally cars would always line up here, but I decided that that wasn't really accurate. So what I did is I centered the fountain more, have more security, and I added these white pillars all the way along. And that's supposed to be like guardrails, like there's no way that they're ever gonna hit that, or like cars can't go through that. So they can't get close to the building, so there's not going to be any attack. Because let's face it, we live in a world where there are attacks now, so we have to prevent against them. And as you can see here, one of the little details I did add is a minifigure here just sort of guarding it, because that is an entrance way for people to get in. Of course, if they are allowed to be there. And that's what the guardrails look like. I like them. I don't think they're perfect yet, and I think I could do a little bit more to make them awesome, but they're a good start. Something else I did add to this area of the city is like a under construction building. So I didn't like the gap that was there, so I decided I would build a little base for a building here. As you can see, it's on the 32x32 base plate, and I have a new office tower being built. The odds of this tower ever getting built are slim to none. I honestly just did that because I had a bunch of window pieces, and as you can see, it looks like they've started building, and like I have a girl here who's even got bricks and looks like she's building the wall. I just did that because I really like the look of the unfinished building, and I think it looks cool from like the couple different angles that you could show it from. And then of course it adds height and more look to the city, and it makes it look neat. I probably won't ever finish it, but that's kind of my idea. And then over here in this part of the city, as you can see, I just have the like Secret Service continued on. I have this pizza joint here called Brick a Hut, based off the Eclipse graphics. I have this coffee shop, of course, the Bricks Tower hotel and like apartment building sort of thing. Back there, way in the back there in the terribly lit area, I have another Italian restaurant, as well as a clothing boutique, and then just a burger joint. Of course, I have the Ferris wheel here, which is finally exciting because I had that Ferris wheel in storage for months, just like the round part. The blue part was here holding its place, but the round part was in storage with all my vehicles, so I finally got that out. One thing I did do here differently that I wanted to add is now, because this plaza is not really accessible to the general public because there's so much security, I did change it up here a little. So instead, where the fence normally intersected and stopped, I added this little walkway. So now I did a lot of DIY here, made this path, and as you can see, it leads right into the park, so it gives the public walking from the crosswalk here a little place to go, because originally the fence was there and then the street sign, but now they can walk through to the park since they can't really get to it from that side. And then here in the back corner I have the NCIS building as well. It's pretty cool. I got all the flower work done and all the fountains re-added. Here I have a police car, again just guarding the plaza because it's a high profile target. And I have these columns, and these again are like guardrails like I have over here at the federal office building, but they're a little bit different design. And I like this design a little bit more for guardrails. These are the ones where they can go up and down, so cars can drive across if needed, and that's replicated at the Canadian Parliament buildings actually. I mean, they have them all over the world, but that's where I first kind of saw them a couple weeks ago, and I just thought it was really interesting how they could raise up and down into the cement when they were needed. Like, I thought that was cool. Another thing I also mentioned was the city is all lit up, and I'm pretty sure you've all kind of seen some of the different lights, because I have some twinkling lights, and then some like red lights and stuff like that. But the city is all lit up, and I really want to show you if you haven't seen it yet. So I'm going to turn all my lights off here, as well as all my studio lights. It's going to get really dark in here. So now all the Lego room lights are off and just the city lights remain. And then there's this part here. These lights on the Ferris wheel that I have to turn on by battery. They're not powered by the rest of the room. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, I love those lights. They light up the main squad room. No lights really in the FAO Schwartz building, but the yellow building's pretty lit up, as well as the Grand Emporium, or as well as the Pal Cinema. And this tower's lit up, as well as the bank tower has some lights in it. Tile Square is pretty lit up. As you can see, I have a subscriber count that's quite off with the red, and then I have where the Jumbotron's supposed to go and a light shining down, and then I have 2017 with a bunch of spotlights and things like that, and then of course the ball up here with a spotlight on it that is colorful, and that's pretty cool. And then when the stage is here, we all know, like at the big stage, I have a USB that's hidden that I plug in, and the whole stage is lit up and it looks really cool. Again, here the detective's office and the Grand Emporium are lit up as well. And then we have the federal office building, which every floor of that is lit up, as well as the outside fountain has lights in it, so that's really cool. And then unfortunately the only buildings and things lit in this plaza are the Ferris wheels you can see, as well as the Bricks Tower and Hotel. You can just sort of see all the different rooms lit up there, as well as the penthouse up there. And oops, I almost forgot to mention, I have the bank, the Black Office Tower, and the pet shop all lit up here. The fire station's looking a little bare, but I really like the city. It's a lot cooler to see when it's not on camera because the lights kind of all blend together on camera, because I'm shooting automatic right now. If I fooled around with the settings of it, it would look nicer. But I really like the city, and everybody at conventions really enjoyed how it was all lit up. And I especially like it because, with the exception of the Ferris wheel, everything's powered by USB sticks, which is in turn powered by my light switch in my room. So as long as the lights are on, so are all these lights. So that's pretty cool, and it adds a really, really nice look, and everything's controlled by a power switch. So I never have to worry about changing batteries. And the only wires that you can honestly see are these wires here for the spotlight. This wire here for the Grand Emporium to light up this entire plaza. And those little wires for the police station, which won't even, they're so tiny, they won't even go in focus. Mainly because the rest of the lights are all hidden under this office tower here. That's why I built this platform to hide the lights. And then there's the black paper there that hides a lot of the lights. But I want it to be hidden, but I also want the city to look awesome. Alright, thanks everybody so much for watching my LEGO City update. I really hope you enjoyed. Fortunately, this might be one of the last LEGO City updates for a while, unless something really major happens in the city, because I'm going to be going off to university soon, and there's going to be a little more on that in videos later on, but I just want to keep the city documented as it is right now. Thanks again so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Please don't forget to leave a like and, of course, subscribe.